I think the term Metroidvania needs to die. I think it's super unhelpful, and I'm not sure it describes any one thing. So
I've been talking to my buddies.
This term comes from Castlevania
Digibro
Symphony of the
and
Night,
Hypocrite.
And, because in the early days of
I hate
Nintendo,
them. I don't like them anymore.
they
They're
had
dummies. And I'm going to tell you
Metroid
why.
franchise,
Nate,
which
I've been
was
talking about this word
almost
Metroidvania.
ya, one
Did you
block
video?
down and already wanna
forget
kill
the video.
ya.
Open world. And
Okay, check it out. This Capri Sun has 2 straws attached. 2 straws on one Capri Sun, and here they are fighting for dominance of my fruity beverage. There can be only one. I'm witnessing a clash of titans here. Which straw am I going to pick? And just like this battle on my Capri Sun, I'm witnessing another clash of titans. Over the last couple of days, I have been privy to sort of an extended, goofy, inane, completely retarded internet vlog back and forth debate between some of my good friends, Digibro and Best Guy Ever, because I guess that's all we do anymore is just shitty vlogs. We've all given up on making good content. We don't like making good videos anymore. We just talk to each other back and forth with shitty vlogs. It's just a non-stop Ouroboros of shitty vlogs, and it's here to stay forever. So I guess I'll take this straw and I'll put that in that fucking thing. And ah shit, I forgot Capri Suns are fucking impossible to do anything with. These fucking straws. God damn it! Here we go. Okay, you put that fucking. So anyways, they're having this back and forth vlog debate that I've been watching about. The topic of the vlog debate is the term Metroidvania. There's some contention with this term among them and nobody else. Digi does not like the term, and he's over here saying it's a stupid term, it's a poopy term, and it needs to go away. Best Guy Ever is over here defending the term. And of course, Nate is completely right, but he argues like a retard. And then over here, you've got Digi, ever the articulate fool, who's actually, you know, speaking somewhat intelligently and rationally, but if you actually listen, you realize that everything he's saying is completely insane. Like, Digi's point of contention seems to be that the term Metroidvania is not specific enough of a term when talking about a game. He doesn't understand what you mean when you just say Metroidvania. It's far too broad of a descriptor. Although, he doesn't seem to have the same level of acrimony when it comes to descriptors like beat 'em up or shmup, which are just as vague, if not more so, than Metroidvania. Because Metroidvania describes really a very specific kind of gameplay. All that it's really describing is a map screen. That's what people mean when they say Metroidvania. The term originates from the fact that Super Metroid and Castlevania Symphony of the Night had the exact same map screen. That's all that it means. So when you say, well, this game is a Metroidvania, people know what you're fucking talking about. You're talking about a game where you're in a fucking place and you explore different areas and rooms and you collect power-ups that allow you to explore new areas, and then you backtrack with those power-ups and then you find more new areas and more new power-ups. It's a very simple concept, but Digi just seems blown away by this because, god damn it, you know, Digi, you can even call, like, Resident Evil 1 a Metroidvania if you want, and, you know, because, yeah, it's a broad descriptor, but every descriptor is broad. Digi seems to think that, like, he's saying that, well, it's too vague because Metroidvania is all about exploration. It's more about exploration. And Castlevania is more about, it's an RPG, and you're leveling up and you're fighting. And, fuck! He says this. Like, some games, every game that says Metroidvania, you don't know if it's going to lean more towards Metroid style or lean more towards Castlevania style, if it's going to be more exploration or more of an RPG. And, the funny part is that he brings up Dark Souls. And he brings up how Dark Souls, people call Dark Souls a Metroidvania. Some of them. And it's weird because he brings that up as though it's supporting his point, and doesn't seem to realize that the existence of Dark Souls completely destroys his argument. Because Dark Souls is a perfect Metroidvania. It's a perfect hybrid of those two styles. You're exploring, it's all about exploration, just like Metroid, but it's also all about, like, leveling up and RPGing, like Castlevania. It's a Metroidvania. That's what the fucking term means. And it can lean more towards Super Metroid, it can lean more towards fucking Castlevania, it doesn't matter. Every fucking term that describes every kind of game is equally vague. Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario Brothers are both platformers, but they look and play completely different. These are not, like, meant to be set in stone like everything that I say is a Metroidvania is exactly this, or everything that I say is a platformer is exactly this. It's just like Best Guy Ever Said, and he was completely right, although he articulated himself as an animal would. But it's just like Best Guy Ever Said. You know, nobody is just saying, this is just a Metroidvania. They're saying it's Metroidvania with elements of this and this and this. And I can prove that. I know that you said, no, people don't do that in your vlog. You said, no, Nate, that's not true. But I can fucking prove that it's true, motherfucker. Because if you go on Steam right now, and I did the research. If you go and look up Axiom Verge on Steam, it says Metroidvania, platformer, action. If you look up on Epic, on Steam, it says Metroidvania, platformer, RPG. It's just one descriptor among many, and nobody is confused but you! You're splitting hairs so much! It's like people who split hairs about musical genres, like, no, this isn't doom metal, this is sludge metal, and that's not emo, it's screamo, and doop-a-derp-a-derp. Bullshit! It's all bullshit. There's only two genres of music. Music I like, and Macklemore. That's it. Nothing else exists, you know? And you can say that with games. You might as well just say that no genres exist, and that every game is its own thing. Which, okay, fine, go ahead and say that, but that's not helpful. Metroidvania is helpful. And you're saying it's not helpful. I don't understand how it's not helpful. It's clearly fucking helpful. It describes the kind of game. It describes the layout of the game. Jesus Christ, if Dark Souls had a fucking map screen, it would look exactly like the map screen for Metroid Prime. It's a fucking Metroidvania game. You fucking explore, and you level up. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. You guys are both dumb. Digi, you're just being totally autistic here. You're splitting hairs. And Nate, fuck you. You both belong in the squared circle. And I'll pin you both 1, 2, 3. Hit the bricks, kids. Fuck. Hey everybody, Endless Jess from 3 Days in the Future here, interrupting Endless Jess from 3 Days in the Past. Don't listen to that idiot. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He never does. He doesn't even rehearse these things, you know? He just runs into this room, turns on the camera whenever he's feeling froggy, and hops to it. He's a man on the edge. He's a man living without rhyme or reason. He has no idea. He's a renegade. Don't listen to anything he says. He's a fucking moron, and then I have to deal with it when he gets here and goes off on some wild, unrelated, nonsensical tirade or tangent about dinosaurs or fucking pixie, underage 17-year-olds from the sex dimension, or whatever the fuck he wants to fucking stammer on about. And then I gotta deal with it, I gotta edit the fucking things, and then I gotta watch it back and realize that nothing I said makes any fucking sense whatsoever. And I think the problem is, because I'm looking back at all this ranting and raving that I did about the Metroidvania topic, and I know that I had a point, and I know that it made sense to me in my head, but I can tell that I'm sort of contradicting myself with every third word and sounding like a dang old buffoon. I think I caught that disease from Nate, articulating myself like a beast, like less than a man, like a wild animal, roaming the outlands in search of a fucking hole in the ground that I can stick my disgusting pink dog penis into. God damn it. You see what I'm talking about? No rhyme or reason. I just turned on the camera. I don't even know why. I don't even know what I can possibly add to what I've already said. I just do this. This is just what I do. Anyways. I guess the problem is, the reason that I'm having trouble articulating myself on this topic is just, it's a simple problem. Digi is so wrong, so insanely off base, so obviously wrong, that to attempt to articulate why and how he's wrong, the specifics of it, it just overly complicates itself. It makes the issue more convoluted than it needs to be. He's just wrong. He's just, like, here's the issue. Digi is seeing this distinction between Metroid-style gameplay and Castlevania-style gameplay that for him is a deal breaker because he likes one and not the other. But the thing that he's failing to grasp is that he is the only one who feels that way. That's the issue. He thinks the term needs to die because of this distinction that only he cares about. For everyone else, the term is totally helpful, just not him. So, like, most people love Metroid and love Castlevania. Yeah, Castlevania is more of an RPG. You level up and whatnot, and Metroid is not like that necessarily. But no one cares. Because they know what you're describing when you say Metroidvania. They just picture that 2D map screen, and you know, they just picture a Metroidvania. And you can add that label onto a bunch of other labels. If the game is like 3D or not exactly a Metroidvania, you could still say it. But if you just say Metroidvania without any other descriptors, then that descriptor becomes more all-encompassing and you know exactly what to expect. Am I making sense at all? Look. Right down there on that shelf, I have my PlayStation 1. If I plugged in that PlayStation 1 right now and forgot about all the stupid work I have to do tonight and just sat down in the dark in the blue glow, baby, go subscribe to my Let's Play channel. If I just sat down and played Castlevania Symphony of the Night tonight, all night, I would come in my pants. Because it's the greatest game ever made. Likewise, if I were to go over there, grab Super Metroid off the shelf, then go over there, pop Super Metroid into my Super Nintendo, and play that all night, I would take my cock out and start fapping. All night I'd be fapping. Because it's also the greatest game ever made. That's the point. That's why Digibro's an idiot. I'm running out of battery, so I'm just going to say, fuck you! Ha! And another thing! Going back to my Resident Evil point, because I completely forgot what I was saying when I brought that game up in the first place, you could easily say that Resident Evil 1 is a Metroidvania, the same way that you could say that Dark Souls is a Metroidvania. They are not typically what you picture when you hear the term Metroidvania, because they're not 2D, they're 3D, you know? But they have Metroidvania elements within them. It's not necessarily even describing a set in stone the entire game, it's just describing like a sequence of parameters, elements of the game. You could fucking throw Metroidvania onto everything, just like you could throw beat 'em up onto everything, just like you could throw fucking shmup or action or platformer onto anything. You can attach the descriptor as a part of a description to any game, but that doesn't take away from how descriptive it is when you just use that descriptor. Like, if you said that a game is like a fucking platformer action fuck you up the ass game, and you put all these descriptors, then that's fine. But if you just put one descriptor, then that should fucking tell you that it's more fucking cohesive as that one tiny... Like the fucking, like, Rogue Legacy, okay? Rogue Legacy is like just a Metroidvania. Again, I mean, I guess it has elements of like Isaac or like a roguelike, and that's what it says. Metroidvania, roguelike. That's the only two descriptors necessary, and you know exactly what you're going to be fucking looking at. You don't need more descriptors. Those, you know, Metroidvania is totally fine. Rogue Legacy looks exactly like what you picture when you just hear the word Metroidvania. It doesn't necessarily matter if it leans more towards exploration or more towards RPGs, that's not what people are thinking of when they hear the term. When people are hearing the term Metroidvania, they're just picturing like a 2D with a map, and you fucking go, you know, you explore the fucking place. It's so simple! God damn it! I feel like I'm, like, explaining finger painting to an elephant. It's like, how do you not get it? It's just... And, like, Digi keeps saying, well, why don't they just call them Zelda-like? They're just as much like Zelda as they are like Metroid or Castlevania. Why don't they call them fucking Zelda-type games? Because they're not fucking like Zelda! What the hell? It's like... Rogue Legacy is not a Zelda game. Fucking Axiom Verge is nothing like Zelda. People know what Zelda is. Zelda is like a segmented, like you go around a world map for a little bit, and then you're in a fucking dungeon, and then you explore a dungeon. It's totally a completely different kind of game. And it's not just that the camera angle's different. The whole fucking... You know what? I don't even fucking care anymore. This is so dumb. This is the dumbest... Here, look. It's just like your whole argument. I can boil it down with just this fucking Capri Sun, okay? Because this Capri Sun had 2 straws, okay? What is a Metroidvania? Is it more like Metroid, or is it more like Castlevania? I got 2 straws here. I don't know what to do with my 2 straws, motherfucker. It doesn't matter. The total package is not the straws. What matters is the meat of the experience. The juice in the juice box is still delicious no matter which straw you end up leaning towards. And even if you want to go right down the middle and use both straws, which I can't do because this straw won't fucking open! You can put both straws in it! You can put 2 straws! You got 2 straws in your Capri Sun! It's a Metroidvania! You suck 'em both! You suck 'em both! You suck 'em like you suck a big juicy wiener! You both suck wieners! I'm the only guy that doesn't suck around here! Fuck you! You see, people, it's just like I said. The second half of that rant completely degenerated into exactly the kind of incoherent stupidity typical of a less mature me from 3 days ago. God have mercy on my soul. I wish I could say that was the end of it, but unfortunately I did keep the camera rolling, and it only got dumber from there. God damn it, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it, I hate them! I hate them both, and I'll always hate them both! I'll hate them both until the end of time, and I will not back down from this! I will not stand down! I will not cower before this wave of idiocy before me! I will never back down from my position that Digi is wrong, and also, fuck Nate! Okay? Those are the 2 fucking things in life that I hold sacrosanct. I will never, ever, ever change my mind. This is my hill to die on. Do you understand that? Do you understand believing in something so powerfully that this is my hill to die on? You don't understand that. Digi and Nate, you don't understand anything about that. You know why? Because you're a couple of cowards. You don't have spines. You don't know how to stand your ground against anything. You're a spineless, little weak-willed fuckboy. And also another spineless little weak-willed fuckboy, and none of you know anything. You don't got spines, but I got spines, and I'll rip your spines right out of your head like Sub-Zero, motherfucker. Fatality. Take your fucking head out, and I'll make it rain in that bitch, okay? I'll make it rain like Sasha Banks, okay? Had a dream, I hadn't made it. Now there's something fucked like that. Yeah. Had a dream I hadn't made it. Gonna make it rain with all my dollars. Fuck you, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
Listen to this
I got a
clown.
sword
He
now.
doesn't even know
I
what
got
he's
a
saying.
big sword.
He's just
I'm
ranting on
Fuck,
autopilot
Andre.
because
I'm
that's
the
all
best
he
man.
knows.
Yes, I
It's
got
honestly
the fucking
kind of
this
sad.
thing, too.
I mean,
Knock
don't
it
get
out
me
of the
wrong.
park.
He's still
So
a
he in the
genius
motherfucking
in
tail
his
of your
own
ass.
way. He's
Fuck
still
you, I'm a
vastly
fucking
more
cool guy.
intelligent
You're a
than any
stupid
of you.
idiot. But compared to me, he just doesn't have the life experience. I mean, I can't help but look back on the confused ramblings of this naive child with a sense of nostalgic bemusement. He has no idea the life experiences that await him, and he has no understanding of what a stupid jackass he sounds like. Hey, shut up, okay? You fucking... What do I look like, some kind of rube? I need some old geezer from the future to show up and tell me how to do my job? You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, geezer, okay? You're old. You don't know shit. And come back there and smack the taste out of your mouth for your petulant insolence. No, shut up. I'm talking about God. What are you with old people? They always want to yammer and fucking tell you what to do, tell you how to act. They want to give you all... You ain't been where I've been, but I've been everywhere that you've been, and then some, kiddo. Okay? No, you don't know anything. You don't know anything about MetroidVania. Hi, Endless Jess here. 2 months in the future. Boy, I sure was young and naive back then, wasn't I? I mean, arguing with myself of all people? Come on, how sad can you get? The truth is that now that I've matured a little bit, now that I've had time to really mull over this conundrum and meditate on this issue, it seems to me as clear as day. The truth is, the Metroidvania debate does not matter, not because both games are great, but because all games are terrible. They're stupid, they're dumb, they're artistically worthless, they're toys for dumb baby toddlers, children, Down syndrome, retarded orphans with nothing else going on in their lives. I mean, how sad and pathetic do you really have to be to care about this stuff? I can't imagine what kind of pathetic, lowly, stupid idiot would actually care about...
Castlevania is the greatest game ever made in the history of all the games! I'm Colt Corona, and my cock is 100 feet long. My balls are 5 pounds a pair and covered in hair. When I was a boy growing up in Dimension X, I used to live in a haunted castle. The castle of the Draculas. The rooms were covered in monster shit. And I was the scariest demon of all! I was a little horse boy, and my penis was so long! Simon Belmont came up to me with a whip, but I used my wiener as a whip, and I slapped him across the face with my dong and sent him packing. I was raised by nuns in the spooky castle, and when I was a boy, I used to take craps in my hands, and then I would take my hands and I would smear that crap all over the walls. I'd smear my crap all over the skeletons. I'd smear my crap all over the Draculas. Actually, it wasn't a spooky castle, it was an orphanage. And the skeletons were people looking for children to adopt. And the Draculas were the children. I smeared my crap on all of them every day because I hate them. They're crappy people, and crappy people should be covered in crap. Everybody was mean to me. Nobody would play checkers with me. I always got picked last for checkers. Nobody would ever join in my masturbation circles. In fact, nobody touched my wiener at all. Nobody touched my massive dong, or tickled my asshole, or smelled my asshole, not once, the whole time I was in that stupid orphanage. Actually, it wasn't an orphanage. And I wasn't a child. It was the bank, and it happened this morning. I went to withdraw my life savings of $3 and a paperclip, and they said, "You don't have an account here. You're just a guy in a horse mask. and I said, "You motherfuckers! I'm a real horse!" And then I took a crap, and then I smeared my crap all over him, and now I'm on the run from the police. Castle Game is better than Metroid, because I'm a crap man. And if you don't like it, I'll cover you in crap too!
No. Excuse me, you coming through? I've got something to say. It's me, Hypocrite. And you're wrong. Called Corona, you're dead wrong. You're stupid. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is not the best game ever. This game is. It's Super Metroid. Super Metroid, it's got in the name Super. That's already a point in favor of Super Metroid. Super Metroid's got aliens and guns and shooting. What do you guys got? You got a melee weapon. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get in range of the enemy. The true geniuses use guns and blasters. They blast the way out of the blast. They shoot them, and then there's the aliens with the big spooky eyes. And you kill them, and they blow up. You know. I mean, what do you want me to say? It's so much better than Castlevania. Ew, nasty. Don't like it at all. Oh, Metroid, Super Metroid. You know, in that one there's like a Metroid, and there's you're a cool mama. You're a cool mama, and you're jumping around and shooting and blasting and running really fast. What do you do in Castlevania? Turn into a mouse or a bat, or you hit a dead guy? Whatever, man. They're already dead. They're easy to kill. You got halfway there already. This guy doesn't even have any skin. He's a skeleton. You killed him. Easy. Of course it's easy. Stu, it's a baby game. Metroid, Super Metroid is the superbest Metroid game ever. There's the best one. You go and you jump and you climb and you run and you slide and you shoot and you blam and you wibbity wham. That's what it is, called Corona. So eat that and smoke it in your pipe and shut up, bitch. Get out of here. Well, I mean, I'll get out of here because it's your room. Goodbye.